evening, gamers. I'm Steve Hill. Welcome to Shanghai. With over 20 million inhabitants, this Chinese port metropolis creates an impressive background for the first event of the Global League for Professional Video Gamers, the Intel Extreme Masters. This is Global Challenge Shanghai. Beautiful place. Welcome indeed. For the next 5 days, the best esports athletes from all over the world will compete here for total prize money of $57,000 US. The winners of each global challenge qualify automatically for the Intel Extreme Masters World Championship in 2011. The games played in this tournament are Warcraft 3 Dota and Counter-Strike 1.6. We follow a professional gamer, a modern-day gladiator.
Hi, I'm Patrick. I'm 25 years old and I'm a professional gamer in Team Fnatic MSI. We are here in Shanghai playing the Intel Extreme Masters with my teammates Holly, Patrick, Rasmus and Christopher, and we're trying to reclaim my title.
Patrick Sadabon is the captain of the Counter-Strike team Fnatic. The Swedish team is considered to be one of the best in the history of Counter-Strike. In 2009 they won practically everything there was in the competitive world of Counter-Strike. Patrick pulls all the strings.
If I would compare myself to any athlete out there in a normal sport, I could think about comparing myself to a captain in a soccer team, such as Beckham for England. He's not the best player, he's just very experienced, he's cheering up the team, and I think I'm kind of that person, not as good looking obviously.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. Captain Patrick always puts emphasis on team building activities before important tournaments. On the last evening before the competition, sightseeing and dinner make up the bulk of their schedule.
Success in Shanghai, and let's win this tournament as well. Cheers. Skål! 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 Yeah, we just had a nice dinner here with an awesome view over Shanghai city. It's just one of those moments we really appreciate what you're doing. You're pretty much far away from the servers, the games. I think having that mindset where you kind of can forget about what you're doing and just enjoy the time with your friends, your teammates, is something that's very valuable when you are traveling 150 days a year as we are. So definitely a perfect night here.
In the next few days, their thoughts will be exclusively on Counter-Strike and, of course, winning. If you don't know, Counter-Strike is a tactical first-person shooter. 2 teams of 5 men play against each other. The objective is to either plant a bomb or defuse it. And the team that manages to do this successfully wins it. Players act like real commandos while in-game. They operate according to established tactics and always back each other up. Communication is key, and as team captain, Patrick plays a very crucial role. It's all about short controlled bursts, hiding behind crates, and of course talking to your teammates.
I'm the game leader, which literally means I'm taking control of the team's movement on the map. Where to attack, when to fall back, where to throw the grenades, and where to find weaknesses in the opponent's defense. It's basically my role to have control of my monitor, of course, to see what's happening there, and also the other guys' monitors, and also listen to what they say happen on their monitors and use all this information to come up with one decision, how to execute the round as perfect as possible. So this is a round against the Navi guys, where I'm telling my guys just relax, hold their bomb site A, while I'm the guy making sure the bomb site B has some attack. And as you can see, you got 4 people standing here, and me starting to attack the bomb site B. The guys are thinking we're coming B. My guys are moving up. The guys think we're coming here. And I'm just falling back with my guys, squeezing in 5 versus 2 in bomb site A. Timing attack here, and they are lost.
With over 11 million players, Counter-Strike is the world's most popular online shooter. No wonder there are long queues at the entrance on the first day of the tournament. Tournament day 1, the competition is held at China Joy, one of the largest digital entertainment trade fairs in the world. The Counter-Strike tournament is already in full swing. However, the game is not played on consoles, but on high-end PCs equipped with the latest Intel Core i7 processors. The preliminary phase is played in 2 groups. Facing Group B, Team Fnatic has a day off on the first day. They use the opportunity to observe the biggest opponent, Team Navi from the Ukraine, a team that beat them last year.
We just arrived here at the tournament, watching our rivals play here against the Korean team. Looked pretty strong, actually. I wouldn't really be surprised if we face Navi in the finals. They are being consistently throughout the year, ending up in finals. And I think we lost kind of every final against us, so time for some revenge in the finals.
Live match analysis on the spot. That's unusual in traditional sports. Imagine Federer watching Nadal from actually on the tennis court. That's how it is in esports.
It's quite normal in CS that you're allowed to watch other games playing, and now I'm sitting here watching Navi, which is our biggest rival here, to see how they changed the places last time, because we're coming in from a tournament 5 days ago, so just to see if they got something new. But to be honest, it looks I'm kind of used to the game style, so it's nothing new, really.
Team Navi, sponsored by a mysterious Eastern European oligarch, has pulled off a series of amazing victories in recent months. Almost all the major titles went their way, mainly by defeating Fnatic in the finals. This time, however, it's not going so well.
So Group A has come to a finish. We've seen quite a surprise that Navi didn't win coming in on top, winning the group. The Chinese home team here actually managed to draw against Navi, which made them the first place in the group, which means if we fail to win our group tomorrow, we're going to face Navi, our biggest rivals, in the first game in this playoff. So that's a bit worrisome, but still, if you want to win the tournament, you need to win them. It doesn't matter if you win in the semi-final or in the final itself.
Competition favourites, Team Navi, finished their group in second place. Now they await the Group B matches to be over in order to know their opponent in the semi-final. Suddenly, the world of pro gaming is thrown into despair. Shortly before the end of the first day of the tournament, terrible news reaches the players. A member of the German mouse sports team has been killed in a car accident.
I think after hearing the tragic accident they had in Germany, when one player who was supposed to play against us tomorrow passed away after a car accident, is something that is really shocking you. Because you have played against this player before, and now he's just gone. And you're starting to think how important is actually Counter-Strike when this happens. How important is a match? If you lose, you're usually very sad and upset, but there are actually more important stuff in life than this. Okay.
The deceased player was a friend of Fnatic. However, life and gaming goes on. One of the most popular Chinese websites has just asked for an exclusive interview, and although all the players are still in shock, they need to grit their teeth and stay professional.
Somehow we've never been to Shanghai before, therefore we're very happy to come here finally, because it's an amazing city, a nice skyline over Pudong, and yeah, hope for a good time here in Shanghai.
It's early evening when the first working day in China comes to an end for Fnatic. Grief and mourning kept the team awake until late at night, but as usual in professional sport, the show must go on. Together with his teammates, Patrick comes up with an idea to honour their departed friend.
Tribute to the guy who's died yesterday in a car accident. The player from Sport 6, to support him. It's a tragedy to just see that person just suddenly dies and everything. Even if it's not really affecting us as a team, but it's still affecting the whole scene just to see a guy disappear and just vanish.
It all starts soon. To be on the safe side, all equipment needs to be carefully checked once again.
It's really important to have the proper equipment. You can compare it to Roger Federer having the racket in tennis. You pretty much need the best equipment to be able to compete on this level, and especially the mouse. You need to have a super fast mouse that can have the right frequent polling rate in order to get control over the game, basically.
Due to the sudden death of their player, the German team decided to withdraw from the tournament. A team from China has joined the competition as a replacement, a team against which Fnatic have never played before.
I don't know so much about them, so I cannot really say anything, but they're probably good, so that's the only thing I can say.
In the past we have had a lot of problems playing Chinese team in China. The domestic teams seem to just overperform here for some reason. If you only play smart, play relaxed and don't get nervous, I think we should seal the deal and proceed to playoff. But a better way to say anything before it started, because I know how Chinese team, how good they can be in their home soil.
Just like in traditional sport, each match begins with a dramatic coin flip.
Well, in Counter-Strike there are 5 maps, and since this group stage you only play best of 1 map, so it's an elimination system. You can remove 2 maps each, and you play the ones that is left. And also we're going to decide the sides here later, who starts as the counter-terrorist, defending, or attacking terrorists.
This is it. Before the game, Patrick motivates his team once more.
And for the Patrick!
Patrick has to motivate his friends properly if they're to be fully focused and deliver their best performance. This is very important, especially at the beginning of a tournament. After a few minutes, it becomes clear that Fnatic are at their best.
It was 16-2 to us, so very easy game overall, but they shoot it well, so we were anyway a little bit scared how they were playing and everything, because we're not used to playing against a team that's just doing random things all the time. But we managed to get a really good score against them, so we're happy that we won the match.
The boys spend the break between matches as real sportsmen normally do. Real e-sportsmen at least. Get stuck in.
The matches are pretty close. We usually have 5 or 10 minutes between the matches, but now for some reason we have 2 hours, so might as well eat something. And the only thing we can eat here in China, or right here, is McDonald's. Not because we don't like Chinese food, but the other places are crowded, so it's pretty fast. Just grab some chicken and sit down, so it's pretty great.
Other fast food restaurants are available. The lunch break gives the team a chance to discuss tactics for the upcoming match. Patrick seems particularly confident.
The next team in the group is WNV, which has been pretty much the best team in China since 2006. But I think they lacked a bit of performance lately. They lost their first game 4-16. We won our first game 16-2. So with coming in with the momentum now from winning the first game, I feel very confident that we could beat them.
As it turns out, he's right. With a final score of 16-7, the Swedes take an easy win. The final matches for first place in the group. Their toughest opponent, Team Na'Vi, is already awaiting in the semi-finals.
So our next game is going to be in 10 minutes. Tyler, right? And if we win that, we're going to face Na'Vi. The last time we met them in the early playoff, they pretty much destroyed us. Well, you know what? I think we're playing so many tournaments, so it's just like a machinery that's going constantly for us. We don't really think that much about tomorrow. Today we're having group stage here. We cannot really think about Na'Vi, which we might face, that we actually will face if we win the group.
The prediction comes true. In the last match of the group stage, Fnatic's fate is decided. Now they know for sure, in the semi-final of the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge Shanghai, they will face their biggest rival, Na'Vi from the Ukraine.
Now we're going to play them rather early in the first group, playoff round, but still, if you want to win the title here, you need to win against them. It doesn't really matter if it's the semi-final or the final itself.
After 3 tough matches, all the boys are exhausted. Still, before they go to the hotel, they decide to mingle with the crowd. In the Asian gaming scene, the enthusiasm for their stars is exceptional. Naturally, the athletes enjoy this attention.
Of course I do. To get some attention from actually all the hours I put into it. And if people like the game and they like the way we play, I'm just satisfied to be a part of it, of course.
All professional gamers experience such admiration. The absolute favourite of the Chinese audience is the Dutch Warcraft 3 legend, who goes by the name of Grubby. After a few more interviews, autographs and photos, Team Fnatic is finally on the way to the hotel. Naturally, by the most common means of transport in China, a taxi. However, there's no time to rest as there's a lot of match analysis to be done. After all, their worst enemy, who took all the major titles from them in 2010, awaits, the dreaded Na'Vi.
That's why we lost, and he's dead. Well, now we are watching Na'Vi, our tomorrow's opponent, in the semi-final. And we pretty much just look at their standard positionings. The fact that if we are able to watch our opponent now and all the players in the opponent team, we can think a bit how we should approach their style, so to speak.
With such intense preparation, nothing can go wrong, or can it? Dinner provides some necessary distraction. Still, tomorrow's match is in every player's mind.